What's going on YouTube? Earth Power here, bringing you guys some Booster Brawl. So, got a bunch of product from Wizards to test out Booster Brawl with some of my friends around here. And there will be an article going up on Kaijudo.com on their blog very soon to kind of let you guys know some of the experiences I had with it and some of the experiences some of my friends, Gorby, TheoBear, CVH, and all them had with it as well. So, we got a match here, basically opened up 4 Clash and 4 Shattered packs, and we had some pretty great pulls. So I know we didn't get a chance to see the Veil so much in the beginning or explain it, but there was a Queen Kalima that Theo took first pick, and then it wound up hitting mana immediately. So, and just as a disclaimer, we did do this the wrong way. Technically, you're supposed to put down your shields first, and then flip the first 5 cards, or flip the next 5 cards over for the Veil, and we did that backwards. We put the Veil down, then our shields. So, a couple of mistakes here and there, but it is a fun format. It's nothing too competitive, so no worries there. Oh, so, we're here on turn, what looks like turn 3 or 4. Theo has a Jackalax, and is looking to, I guess, set up, just some big plays. Like, we found out this is like our 5th match at this point. We found out that, like, big creatures really do run this format, so whoever can summon the biggest creatures and the most, on the critical turns, that's hitting those progressions is super important here. If you hit progressions, you're just in a really good way. And here I've hit some pretty good ones. I hit Swordhorned and Lost Patrol. Sorry for the quality, we recorded this on my laptop. But Swordhorn and Lost Patrol, and I'm just going to go in. I figure the Wyvern's not going to do too much to me. He's going to be able to break a shield next turn, give me a little bit more advantage, and the Jackalax sure can swing over the Swordhorn, but I've got answers for it. Can't exactly remember what I had in hand, but this game does get pretty out of hand here towards the end, and I'll explain why in a little bit. But again, shoutouts to Booster Brawl. For those of you who don't know the exact rules yet, definitely go check them out. They are on Kaijudo's blog. There was an article put up back in like November near Champs time, or I think right after Champs, where one of their, I guess it's like a guest writer character from their show or whatever, Jasmine, did an article basically explaining the rules of Booster Brawl and just talking about the product in general. So you can find out a lot about it here, and then it goes over some of the rules and stuff. So you basically draw a card from the Veil and then draw a card from the deck every turn instead of starting with 5 cards. And then you just play the game like normal from a community deck and a shared discard pile and stuff like that. So here I have Fight, so I go ahead and fight the Wyvern and then attack the Jackalax just to avoid any weird stuff from going on. And I think I broke a shield there earlier. Yeah, that shield that I broke with Swordhorn, Theo and Gorby made a pretty big fuss about it, and I think it winds up being Immolator, Infernus Immolator. So that card's going to rain a little bit of terror here towards the end of this game, and I'm going to find out what it is here shortly. I do have a Magaria in hand, or not a Magaria, but I think it is Magaria the Deceiver, the 6-drop that drops all the spells from you and your opponent's hand, and I use that on Theo thinking I might get rid of something, and then I just find out that it's Immolator and I have to discard my own hand, but we'll get to that. I was thinking about definitely grabbing that Whispers there too. I felt like that would have been really strong, but then he would have just held the card anyways, so wouldn't have done me too good, and he would have just drawn 2 next turn regardless. This card really isn't that powerful in this format, which is a shame, but what are you going to do? I go ahead and use Soul Vortex there to get back a Swordhorn and destroy his Manatic. The Romnus isn't doing too much to me right now. It's kind of holding me back. I don't want to attack to discard any of my hand, but I figure I'll set him up next turn and grab the Containment Field and try to set up a board to hopefully take a little, or inch myself closer to this game. I know I'm on a clock now because he's holding something big. He's, we're definitely not holding anything back here, not trying to deceive anybody, if you will. So, and it makes this game a lot of fun too, because we get to play with cards that we normally don't get to play with. And sure, the format's not going to be like supported, but it is something nice to take your mind off of Kaijudo without actually taking it off of Kaijudo. Like there I use a Cinder Fist to power up my Lost Patrol to attack over his Romnus to get it out of the way. Like, how often do those interactions happen? And then I believe I summoned a I I think that's the Cruiser. It's a 3-drop light fire guy who blocks and destroys something power 2000 or less when he's banished. So, that's fun. And then there's a fast attacker over there in mana now too. The 5-drop, 2 for power full attack plus 2 fast attack. So he's in the Veil now. So I think I might try to take him next turn. Or there's Megaria there finally. We see it. It's the card at the far left of the Veil there. Oh, and Theo attempts to make a play here with his Targusher, and I just go ahead and show him that I have that creature, and he finally reads it. So again, more interactions that you wouldn't normally have. He would attack with Targusher, and sure that would banish the Photon Destroyer thing, but I would also banish his other Slayer, so getting him effectively nowhere and losing him 2 creatures to my 1 that's really not going to do anything otherwise. So, opting not to attack there, you know, we're definitely learning. So, I go ahead and grab the fast attacker, because I figure, well, I think about it. Nope, I grab Deceiver, just because I want to have something big on board. Again, I am on that clock, and I know Theo's holding the, or now I know Theo's holding the Immolator. So, I have to read my Deceiver to remember that it makes me discard my own spells, so I do that, and then, no big deal. I was holding Mark of Kalima, and, Containment Field, which wouldn't have done too much, but, you know, what are you going to do? So, Theo's got a really spicy play here. He, this turn, should be able to use Targusher to attack, and, like, I guess if he can, like, get rid of the Photon guy, or, he might even have a spell that minuses power. I can't remember exactly how he does this. But basically, he's going to use Targusher to use its ability to slay something, as well as tap my Deceiver, and use his Strider there to run into my Deceiver. So, oh, there it is, Shayblaze. That's pretty good. So Shayblaze is going to subtract some power off of my Deceiver, and then once he attacks with Targusher and a bunch of stuff gets banished, the Shayblaze will have fast attack. Will be able to destroy the Lost Patrol, and sure, I take out his 2 guys, but he gets to clear my board now with Targusher tapping the Megaria. So he goes ahead and does that, and I think all hope is lost for me at this point. He's got Shayblaze. I know Immolator's coming down in 3 more turns if I can even make it that long. So no matter what I really get to set up here, I'm only playing 1 to 2 creatures a turn, and they're not going to do much with Shayblaze being on board. So Theo goes ahead and grabs another blocker. The best part about this is that he's drawing 2 cards as well, so he's able to play cards as well as building mana. So, like, things just aren't looking good for me. Theo's just got all the pieces at this point. With Megaria, Immolator, and Shadeblaze. Like, he just came into too many powerful cards. Too many for me to overcome, at least. And it's funny, too, because Gorby and CVH were making a big fuss about this when they opened the packs, because they're the ones who opened it, looked through everything, and then let me and Theo kind of discover stuff. Oh, and Dawn Giant, too. That's just icing on the cake. But CVH and Gorby were making a big fuss over it, and I guessed it earlier. I made just trying to figure out what they were talking about, and apparently there's a Haven in my deck somewhere, or in our deck somewhere, the shared deck, that is. So I'm trying to come into Haven, I guess, at this point to hopefully, set something up. Give me some sort of defense against this insanity that's going on. And I just go ahead and summon a bunch of stuff. I think Theo goes to 11 this turn. And Immolator's going to come down and just... It killed 2 things, actually, because thanks to Tainted Quartz there, or not Tainted Quartz, but the Monkey Quartz, the blue water guy, he can only destroy up to 2 creatures because Immolator has to do 8,000 total. So, leaves my little nature guy who ramps and is worse than Bronze Arm to live. So he's going to get to chill out for all of this. Hooray. Some funny plays here happen. He attacks with Dawn Giant, tries to reveal a creature to get the triple break. And then he double breaks with Shayblaze, and then the coolest thing happens. I get a Scalding Surge, so I get to bounce back Immolator with no repercussion at the moment. And then I draw the Haven, so yay for being at 8 mana and not being able to summon it. So I'm going to attempt to feign the mana there and hold down something and go for moral victories. And here I show him the Haven. And there you go. That's Eternal Haven, Kalima, Immolator, and Shade Blaze, plus a Dawn Giant, you know, and Theo got the majority of them. Ugh, just nuts. So Theo winning there. Yeah, the fun part about Booster Brawl is that after you've opened the packs and played, basically players get to pick the cards they want. And just went ahead and let Theo grab everything. You know, shout outs to him. Being an awesome guy, and love having him here on the channel. And hopefully we'll be seeing a lot more of him here very soon. So, show you guys a neat little Booster Brawl thing here. I know you guys saw the video the other day. Cool little Pentagon thing. Cool little deck case. Might keep some stuff in there. You never know. So, hope you guys enjoyed. This will probably be one of the only Booster Brawl videos I do. I don't know if I'm going to do any more of these. I know we did one with Gorby a while back. We attempted to do one like back after Champs, like shortly after Champs. So, go back and check that out if you're interested in the format. If you guys did like this, let me know. Leave a like below, and if I get enough good rapport back on this, I might do another one. So, you know, like I said, it's a fun way. It's another fun format to go along with, like, you know, the Kaijudo Cube and drafting and stuff like that. But, again, this format won't be supported as much, so don't expect to see it too much. But, again, if we get the itch to do it, we'll do it. And if you guys like it, then we'll definitely try to get some more of it out to you guys. So, leave a like below. Leave a comment, let us know what you think. Check out the social links below, the Facebook, the Twitter, all that fun stuff. And stay tuned for some more matches and deck profiles coming up real soon, as well as my article on Kaijudo.com on their blog site. That'll be up this Wednesday. And again, go back and check out Jasmine's article if you want to learn a little bit more about Booster Brawl. So that's all I got for you now. Hopefully, guys, we'll see you next time. Peach.